casserole dish in here. That's just a big casserole dish. I kind of just sprayed and set down in there. So, okay. And then I got my Salisbury steaks, and I went ahead and seasoned them with my Steak and Chop. You can use whatever seasoning you like. I've got a can of cream of mushroom. You can also use cream of chicken. I'm going to dump that cream of mushroom in there, and then I've got some Worcestershire sauce. And I'm just going to put that in there. Give it a little mix. And now that I got that mixed up, I'm going to put that over, just a little bit of it in the bottom of my casserole dish. And then I'm going to place the meat on top. And since this is a smaller air fryer, let me turn on the light. Since this is a smaller air fryer, I won't be able to get too many on each layer. So I'm going to put a little bit more cream of mushroom on there, just to make sure it kind of gets over everything. Then I'm going to put the next layer in. I'm going to try to get 3. And I got 3 of them in there, so I'm going to put a little more cream of mushroom. And most people won't need to make such a big batch, so right now you'll have a little bit left over, and this will be the end of it. But I have another layer, so I'm going to open another can of mushroom soup and put some more Worcestershire sauce in it, and put the rest of them in there. Okay, so I finished all of mine, and I like to put a little bit more of that steak seasoning right on top, just because it really gets to smelling good and it looks good. And I just like my seasoning, but I got it plugged in, and I'm gonna set it. So then I'm gonna go up here, and mine has a preset button, and you can push that and go through the different modes for different things. But I like to put mine on my own mode. So I just go back to here, and I'll set my temperature. If I was cooking these in an oven, I would do 400. So I'm going to do 380 for these. And I'm going to do them for 20 minutes. And then when the 20 minutes is up, I'm going to take them. Actually, I'm going to do 15 for now. And then I'll flip them around, and I'll show you that whenever I get back. So I went ahead and took my spatula and just kind of moved them around. I tried to pull the ones from the bottom up to the top. It got a little brown on top, which is fine because as you mix it around, it's going to get soupier. But if you see it starting to get too thick, and it's okay if it falls apart like that, because it's really going to be really good whenever it's done. So, otherwise, I'm going to cook it. This time I'm going to go, since I know how it's going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do it for another 20 minutes. And then at that time, when I come back in here, I should be able to start my mashed potatoes and my great macaroni and cheese. Okay, so now I am going to check on it. And because this is a larger batch, it took me a little bit longer. So you're going to see your meat. Check and make sure there's no red. There's still a little pink in there. You can use a meat thermometer too. And I will whenever I know it's done. But so I'm going to flip these around. Just kind of. And then I'm going to put them back on for another 20 minutes. And if you notice your sauce is getting really, really thick, you can add a little bit of water. I wouldn't add much. And then just put a little more Worcestershire sauce in there. But okay, so this will be the last 15 minutes. And it should be done. I'm going to start my potatoes on the stove and my mac and cheese. And then we'll have dinner. Okay. Let me get my meat thermometer out. Just to make sure everything's well at temperature. Oh, they're so tender. gonna stick it to the bottom one. Alright, so I'm gonna say they are done. And I'm just gonna get them moved over into their pan and I'll show you what they look like when we're done. And there's the meat. See, I made a much bigger batch than what most people would normally make. And then I've got the nice gravy that it made with all the cream and mushroom soup and Worcestershire sauce and the seasonings. It's really good. And then the mashed potatoes. And I got some broccoli rice in the fridge, or in the microwave.
Move.